Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Jeff and I just bought this beautiful Porsche behind me. So this is my new to me 1984 Porsche 944 and today I'm going to be showing it to you. So let's go ahead and take a look. So first off, I want to just point out that this is essentially this spec how it is with the guards red, India red, and then these wheels in the car is basically identical to the car that was used in 16 Candles. What I will point out is the car in 16 Candles was an automatic and this is a manual. I also think they might have had a black interior, which mine is tan and brown, but those things aside, it's kind of cool that it is the similar specs. So in that sense, it's got some, I guess, I'm going to argue it has some significance to the car. But what I do want to point out is just how pretty the car is. I feel like this car is beautiful from any angle, and I think a lot of what attribute to that, for this car at least, is the fact that they widened the fenders, and it's just got a very low profile, very sporty look to the car. Now, for those of you that don't know, this car succeeded the 924, and the 924, although a very similar car, had some mechanical differences, of course, but it didn't have these big, nice, beautiful fenders that you see here. And they just look super wide, especially if you come here to the back side. Then you really start to see it. It's especially noticeable from the back. And you see some of the race cars from the time period, lots of similar things. Lots of similar details in terms of sort of, wide Trans Am style racing stuff that just looks absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick look at the interior. So here's from the passenger side, of course. One of the things I do want to point out is this is the early dash. So I believe this was up to about 85.5. So if you bought 82 to 85.5, you had this style of dash. And to me, this is the better style of dash. So not only does it look super cool, clean, and retro, or vintage, I guess, but one of the cool things about this car, the hatch, is all these gauges just look so retro, because if you buy the later versions of the car, they hit a lot more of the 90s stuff that you tend to see, plastic, rounded, smooth, and to me it's just not as exciting. I think this does a lot to make it look more interesting as a car, and I personally really enjoy the looks, having previously driven some other vintage cars from the 70s that had very similar styling. I just really enjoy the way it looks. Makes you think of, the Countach and just everything great about the 80s. This, I will point out, is not stock if you couldn't tell. This is a Momo steering wheel that was added and replaced the previous Porsche wheel. It is a little bit smaller. You have, of course, the Momo adapter that came with it, but I don't think I'd be able to drive the car with the regular Porsche wheel because it is bigger and you are already somewhat pressed for space as it is with this car. But that being said, it's a 5-speed manual as well, I should point out. But yeah, I think it's just a great car. This one in particular, the interior is in great condition, I should point out. Even the back seats, again, these back seats, not really back seats, I would say. I feel like it's fairly optimistic. When I went to go look at the car, my buddy decided to hop in the back. Granted, we moved the seats as far forward as possible to give him some legroom back there, but he can confirm that they're pretty much just for groceries. So this car has power mirrors, it has power windows, and it also has power steering. This car is super cool. It's got cruise control, lots of stuff available to it. It's just, I don't know, it's just an amazing car. One thing I do want to show you, not to quote Doug, but it's basically a car quirk. So if we come to the passenger side, you see this. You got the Porsche logo here on the cover, but if you actually move this up, boom, you can go ahead and lock your glove box, which is super cool, and this is, of course, cool in itself. The car's also got AC, which works, thank goodness. I don't think I'll be able to do it. It's got, of course, this sunroof or moonroof, whatever the proper term is for whether it's got glass or not. I don't really know. And, of course, it's also got this wicked hatchback with this little rubber wing, if you can call it that, sort of ducktail, that I really like, because whenever I think of Porsche, I think of the whale tails, the turbos. And seeing this just makes me feel like I have a little piece of that, So this is in fact a Porsche. Engine is also a Porsche. Everything about it is Porsche. I don't have the Fuchs wheels on my car. I have the other style. But again, these are the same wheels the 16 Candles car had. So it's kind of interesting in that aspect. But man, it's just a beautiful car. I think it looks good from every angle. It's hard to argue with these cars, especially with the prices. They just look fantastic, really, in my opinion. I don't think, anything can go wrong. But that being said, this is my Porsche 944. It's absolutely gorgeous for what it is. It's only got 80,000 miles. I absolutely love it. So, yeah. So that's pretty much the video. I just wanted to show you the new car that is, I guess, my project car. There is one quick thing I wanted to add about my Porsche 944 specifically, which is not true with all 944, so let me show you. So one of the things you notice right here is looking at these lights. So if you look, it's just completely smooth all through here, and then this plate that says 944 on it. Now this plate is actually not from the factory. This is not a Porsche thing. What happened was, at least from what I understand, is this was something dealerships started doing. So there were different versions of it. You see some that say Porsche, some that say Turbo, some that say 944, just different sort of little plastic plates. So for those of you that know Porsche stuff, you know that this is where the license plate used to be, and there's a little subsection in there, and that's where normally where the license plate goes. This car, dealerships would add these plates so they could, you know, add $500 or whatever onto the sticker price of the vehicle, then upcharge you and try to get more money. So from what I understand, this is one of those gimmicky things. Now, for me, I mean, I've had some people tell me they like it. I'm not sure where I stand. I feel like I kind of don't like it. Just kind of inconvenient, I guess, as far as license plate stuff goes, so it might get removed. The downside to that is, in order to add this plate, they actually drilled 6 new holes into the car. So they added 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 more down here to mount the license plate. So if I were to change all that up, I'd have a couple holes to fill and, you know, some stuff, which, again, the car's not perfect. There lots of work needs to go into it anyways, but we'll see about that. It's not perfect by any means, so there's lots of stuff to do to it, which is, of course, there's going to be lots of content from that focused around this beautiful project car behind me, the 944. So if you like that kind of stuff, you should definitely hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button. There will be lots more stuff featuring this beautiful 944. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them for you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.